Good afternoon. Welcome back to FSI MMA Preview Show IMG with my co-host Big Lou. We're gonna come break down UFC 265. Say something, Lou.
What? Yeah, I was waiting for you. Yeah, man, let's get a slice of it, man. Let's go. Let's get this money, man. I need it.
All right, so we're gonna break down the first fight. First fight is gonna be Johnny Munez Jr. versus Jamie Simmons. Uh, Johnny comes in at a minus 255. Simmons comes in at a plus 263. Both Nunez is a BJJ grappler. Simmons pretty much is a striker. Junior comes in at 10-1 record. Simmons comes in at a 7-3 record. Junior, let me see. Munoz comes in with 2 KOs, 6 subs, and 1 loss by decision. Simmons comes in with 4 KOs, 1 sub, 2 losses by KO, and 1 by sub. Munoz last fights, he lost his last fight to Nathan Madness by decision, which that was his debut for UFC. Before that, he was on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was on a long range streak. Jamie Simmons comes in at his last loss was against Giga. And Giga is a very, very tough opponent. He got head kicked and lost in the first round. This is, I don't know. I'm looking at this fight. I'm thinking it's gonna pretty much, I think it's gonna go to a decision, but my pick is gonna be Munoz Jr. to take the win.
Yeah, I agree, man. But I mean, Munoz Jr., man, he's a good fighter. I mean, in that madness fight, if he just would have slowed down a little bit, I think he would have had a better chance. But I mean, you got to watch out for him. He comes out strong. He works to take down a lot of low calf kicks against Madness. He was doing pretty good. If he slowed down, he would have been a lot better. But Simmons is pretty good. He's a good striker, wrestler. He also works to take down. I mean, this is going to be a really good fight. It's a good opening fight, bantamweight fight. But I'm going to go with Johnny Munoz.
Yeah. Johnny Munoz is the pick here. Definitely. Yeah, I think he has a little bit more ground game. He's a little bit more well-rounded. He'll take this not easily, but I think he's gonna take it by decision. Next fight we're gonna be is Victoria Leonardo versus Melissa Gatto. Leonardo comes in at a minus 107, with Gatto comes in at a minus 102. This is pretty much a pick 'em fight. Both girls are pretty good. Leonardo's 30 years old. Gatto's 25. They're both pretty much, that much in their prime. Both are grapplers. Leonardo comes in with an 8-3 record with one no contest, and Gatto comes in with a 6-2 no contest. No, sorry, 2 and not no contest. 2 losses by decision.
Weird. Yeah, she's been out for like 3 years though. I'm not sure what happened with her. She's been out of the loop for 3 years. Victoria, grappler, good BJJ. She'll keep coming forward. But throughout the time that Melissa's been out, Victoria has pretty much started her career at LFA. So, I mean, this is going to be, for me, they say no ring rust and all this other stuff, but Melissa, she's been out for too long, man. I'm going with Victoria on this one.
So you go with Leonardo?
Victoria Leonardo.
Interesting. Well, Victoria Leonardo comes in. Her last fight was against Manel Cape, and she got KO'd in the second round. Before that was her debut. She was in a Contender Series. She won that fight with a KO. And and then she was in Invicta, and she fought Liz Tracy and won that by decision. Her last fight was January this year, 2021, January 19th. So Melissa Gatto comes in. Her last fight was against Cara Rosa. That was in 2018. And I was in and even in a high promotion, she wasn't even in UFC. So this is her debut. She has a draw, two draws on her on her record. Interesting. But I don't know, this is gonna be a hard fight. But
Yeah.
you going in order? I'm gonna go with Gatto.
Let's see. All right, let's start it off, man. Let's start it off.
I'm gonna take the Gatto over here. I think Gatto's this is gonna go to the decision. So most of the fights in this card are gonna go.
Yeah, I don't see any knockout with the Victoria and Gatto. Definitely a decision. And I mean, let's see what her debut's like, Gatto. I mean, you know, it's like I said, she's been out for 3 years. I mean, a lot of the fighters been out last year, mostly for, due to COVID. You know, the gyms were closed. But I'm not sure. She must have been hurt. Not too sure about that, but it's been 3 years, so I don't know, man. I don't know too much about her, so I'm just gonna stick with Victoria.
All right. So the next fight that we're gonna break down is going to be Miles Jones versus Anderson de Santos. So this was a fight that supposed to happen a while back, and due to
On the Islam card
due to
a couple
COVID,
weeks ago.
due to COVID, the fight got pulled. I don't know who was it that got COVID. I think the Santos was the one that got COVID. I'm not quite sure, but Jones comes in at a -190. The Santos comes in at a +184. Jones comes in as a striker wrestler. The Santos comes in as a striker BJJ grappler. Jones comes in at 11-1 record, 3 by KOs, 2 by subs, and has lost 1 time by KO. The Santos has a pretty good record with 21-8. He has 5 wins by KO, 12 by subs, and lost by KO and 3 times, and lost by sub twice. So Miles Jones comes in. His last fight was against Kevin Natividad, and he won that by KO punch in the 3rd round. Lost to Mario Batista with a flying knee in the 2nd round. And before that, he fought Cole Smith by decision. He won, and he was in a contender series and for Ricardo Santiago, and won that by decision. Now, Anderson de Santos' last fight was November 28, 2020 for Martin Day, and he won that by guillotine choke. Before that, he lost to Andre Uo by decision. He fought to Nad Namarani, lost that by decision, and that was in 2018. So I think my pick from prior, when we broke down the same card, because this wasn't a prior fight, I went with Miles Jones, and I'm gonna stick with Miles Jones.
Here's another one we're gonna disagree on. I don't know. To me, Dos Santos is more aggressive. Miles didn't show me that much in his last fight with Bautista. He just was circling around using his jab. He didn't really show me that much in that fight. I don't know. Anderson's more aggressive, man. I'm just I don't see Miles beating Anderson, so I'm sticking with Anderson.
Well, yeah. All right, that's your choice. Like I said,
Yeah, I don't see it, and this is I'm gonna put this here as a disagreement.
but somebody being so much aggressive, he only has 3 fights by KO, but win fights, 1 by KO in the last 3 years.
I never said knockout. I'm talking about being more aggressive as far as more punches per minute. Let me take a look at his stats. Let's go deeper. Come on.
Yeah, because we gotta give the people what they want. You know, we gotta
Set
support
me up.
we gotta support our our choice here.
See, so Miles averages 1.21 takedowns every 15 minutes. Anderson 130. Takedown defense 87, 66.
So
Anderson strikes. Oh, wait a minute.
yeah, strikes. You got Miles Jones with more.
Yeah,
throwing
we're more and plus more accuracy,
throwing
48%.
more. Yep, throw more volume and has 20% more accuracy, and he absorbs less punches than he does.
Yeah, 240,
You know
242
what I mean?
per. Yeah, I see that now. Oh man, that's not good.
Yeah.
I still see him more as a more aggressive fighter than Miles. Only because he didn't really show me anything in his last fight.
All right.
So
So
That's-
put that down on your list as we disagree, and
that's
and
what
and
I put it on there.
all right, and the word I told you so will be coming.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. 2 disagreements so far.
All right. So the next fight we have is Manel Cape versus Adi Osborne. Cape comes in at -190. Osborne comes in at a +180. Cape is a striker. Osborne is a striker. Cape comes in at 15-6 record with 9 KOs, 5 subs, and he has lost twice by sub. Osborne comes in at a 9-3 record, 4 KOs, 4 subs, and lost twice by sub. So both guys have 2 sub losses.
Yeah. I think
Manel,
the biggest change you'll see in Manel is that he's been training with Khabib. And I think you're going to see a better ground game as far as Manel Cape is concerned. He hasn't been I mean, he lost his last 2 fights. He hasn't been that great on the ground. But Osborne is a very aggressive striker. He's good on the ground. He'll try to, pull a submission off. He's got a lot of power in his left hand. So he's got to, Manel's got to watch out for that left hand. But, as far as I'm concerned, I see Osborne pulling this one out.
Manel Cape he lost his last 2 fights. One by split decision, lost the other one by unanimous decision. Before that, before coming to UFC, he had 3 KO wins. You got Adi Osborne coming in. Last time he fought was against Jerome Rivera, and he knocked him out in the first round. But Jerome is garbage anyway, so
Yeah.
he ain't nobody. Brian Kelleher, which was a hard fight, which he got caught in the guillotine. And before that, he was in a contender series and he won by armbar. For this match, kind of interesting. So you're going with Osborne?
Yeah, I'm going with Osborne. I just don't see, just because you're training with Khabib doesn't mean you're Khabib.
All right. So you know what? I think we're gonna agree to disagree, and I'm going with Cape on this one.
Another one?
Another one.
All right, I'm gonna tell you so. Watch.
I put it down. I'm going with Cape. Cape's gonna take this.
Three disagreements so far.
And 3 disagreements back to back. But I'm gonna go with Cape. I think he has more experience. Got a little bit more power. Training with Khabib might be a plus for him. They both got 2 lost by sub, but I'm gonna go with Cape on this one.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
I was
Sounds good
gonna
to me.
see something real quick. So if Cape actually, well, Osborne lands more, throws more strikes, lands more, absorbs less, does more takedown. Well, you got a good point over there, but I'm still gonna go with Cape.
Okie doke. I'm gonna put you down.
Yeah, there you go. 3. So the next
putting you-
fight,
I'm putting you on notice.
next fight is gonna be Carolina versus Jessica Penne. Oh, I don't know what the family is. Carolina comes in at a -126. Penne comes in at a +122. Carolina's a striker. Penne's a BJJ grappler. Carolina's 12-6 record. Penne is a 13-5. Carolina has 1 KO, 2 subs, and she's has lost by 1 time by sub and 1 time by KO. Penne has 2 wins by KO, 7 subs, lost twice by KO and 1 by sub. So this is gonna be a decision 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure. I don't know what's the odds on this decision prop, but this is gonna go to decision no matter what.
So let's take a look here. Let's.
Carolina, well, yeah, you take a look. I'll give some stats out. Carolina coming in at a 1, 2, 3, 4 win losses straight back to back, but she has 4 subs.
Oh,
Minus what?
-360.
That's too much. That's too high. So everybody knows it's gonna happen. So there's no money in that.
Yeah, there's no money in that. I mean, you got 2 fighters that pretty much are on their way out. I mean, you got one that's 38 years old, one that's 35. I mean, it's. I mean, they're just looking to fill up the card because I don't see anything interesting in this fight. So I mean.
Well, maybe both ladies are just fighting to keep their job, pretty much.
I don't know. I would leave this fight alone, but if I had to pick, I'd go with Carolina.
Yeah,
I'd go with her.
I'm picking the same way. I'm leaning towards Carolina. I know she has she lost 4 straight. Jessica Penne won her last fight by split decision, and then before that she lost 3 straight. Both girls have been fighting, some good opponents. Penne's last 3 losses was with Danielle Taylor, Jessica Andrade, and Joanna at Jacek. And then Carolina's last 4 losses was Zion Yong, Alexa Grasso, Michelle Watterson, and Jessica Andrade. Very, very tough opponents.
Yeah, she's been fighting more tough opponents than Jessica has.
Yeah. But I remember with Carolina back in the days, she pretty much goes around the ring and tries to stay the distance and stuff like that. You always know her when she comes into the ring. She's the girl that got her hands behind her back and waiting for the fight to start. That's her.
Yep.
So you know what I mean. But like I said, I'm gonna go with Carolina. Hopefully, she changed everything around. I know she's been training with Joanna and Jojua.
Jacek.
Yep. And she's been training with them. So hopefully, she gains some experience and some good.
I hope so because she takes a lot of punishment.
Yep.
She just takes a lot of punishment in her fights.
Her last fight, she got pieced up pretty good. They told her a new one.
Yeah.
If you see her, she absorbs 5.65% of her shots.
That's too much.
You know what I mean? But Jessica Penne also absorbs 4.45%. So they both absorb a lot of hits. The only thing was good that Carolina is she lands 5.27 of strikes. Penne only lands 2.4 of her strikes. So Penne doesn't even have the volume.
Yeah.
For this thing. Throw at her. And her takedown defense is about 75%. Penne's 10 versus 42, but that's what she goes for because Penne pretty much more of a ground specialist, and she tries to take that to deep waters. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina on this one.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. There's a couple of fights on here that don't make any sense at all. I mean, but this is one of them. But let's see what the matchmakers got in store.
Yep. So the next fight is gonna be Ed Short Fuse Herman versus Alonzo Minifield. Herman comes.
Yeah, this is another fight that it just doesn't make any sense.
Yep. Herman comes in at a +210. Minifield comes in at a -230. Herman is well-rounded. He's been in the game so long. Minifield's a striker. Herman comes in at 26-14 record. 7 wins by KO, 14 by subs, and has lost 3 times by KO and 6 by subs. Minifield is a 10-2. Uh, 8 wins by KO, 2 by subs, had lost 1 time by KO. Ed Herman's last fight was against Mike Rodriguez, which he beat him with a Kimura. Before that, he fought Khalid Ambrogmagev. He won that by decision. Then he fought Pat Cummins, where he's no longer with UFC, and he beat him in the first round with knees and punches. After that, he lost 3 straight. And then we have Alonzo Minifield. His last fight was against Fabo Charant with submission, a shoulder choke. So he did the Van Proust choke on him and got him out. Before that, he lost against Van Proust, which is the same guy.
Yo, that choke, it's like one. I don't know. They said the percentage of it. It's like you'll see that like maybe once in 1,000 fights. That choke is so hard, and it's very rare that that he pulled that off. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But the only thing, see, he lost to Ovens St. Preux by KO, and then he lost to Devin Clark. But before that, he beat Paul Craig. You know, Paul Craig was the person that, you know, broke what was this guy's name? Broke this guy's arm that was dangling like a little toy.
We've seen a lot of those in the last couple of fights, last couple of cards.
Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So
That's
Paul
right.
Craig,
Yeah. Oh man, that was terrible, man. Ooh.
yeah. So Paul Craig is the person that, you know, broke his arm. So, you know, if Minifield got a win over him, it's not so bad. But
Yeah.
for this, I think I'm gonna go with Minifield to take the win. I think Herman is pretty much out the door.
I was thinking about the same thing too. The last couple of fights, he got kind of lucky, especially against Rodriguez. He got kind of lucky on that one because Rodriguez had him for, in the early part of that round, he had him. And then just, if I remember correctly, I mean, Ed Herman's, kind of stung him a little bit there. And then that's when everything fell apart for Rodriguez. But, Alonzo, I mean, Ed Herman's gonna feel that power. He's definitely gonna feel that power, man. I mean, this guy's gonna come after him. He's gonna keep coming forward. He's not gonna back up. Ed Herman, he's done. He's pretty much done. He's not gonna be able to take that power from Alonzo. But I'm sticking with Alonzo on this one. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I'm going with Alonzo. Like I said, Minifield here, but there is a but in there. Minifield has a he gasses out pretty quick. So if Ed Herman could last the first round and pretty much take him to deep waters, Minifield gasses out.
Well, yeah, definitely, and we saw that, especially on what was it, on Fight Island where he gassed out. Or was it? No. All right, let me back up here. But anyway, I have that in my notes. I have Alonzo's power. However, given his age and experience, as far as Ed Herman is, he could outlast the amount of punches and come his way. Coming his way. But because Alonzo could gas out, that'll be the only way that Ed Herman has a chance to win this fight. So, but I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it. I think Alonzo's become a better and smarter fighter than that.
I got 2 bets for this that I think will go. First one is Alonzo Minifield by KO in the first round, and live bet Ed Herman if Ed Herman takes him to deep waters. Just watch out for that, because if Alonzo gets tired by the second round, Ed Herman could take it, and watch the first round, watch closely, and see how it comes out, and then put that live bet in there and try to get that money on Ed Herman. It's gonna be very plus money if Alonzo wins the first round, and then it gets tired, and you see he's gonna be tired, and then you just bet that money on Ed Herman to take the win by decision, pretty much. But think about that Alonzo Mourning first round KO.
Alonzo Minifield, not Mourning.
Oh, sorry, Minifield.
Yo, but He's plus 150 for TKO in the first round
And
on DraftKings.
pretty much no money in that either.
Yeah, there's no money, but the only way, I mean, you know, if he knocks him out in the third round is 1100.
Yeah.
If he pulls off a submission in the first round is 1500.
You can throw a couple bucks in that
for Alonzo. Yeah, it's 1100 on that.
Yeah, because if you look at it, Alonzo's takedown accuracy is 48%. I mean 14%, right? His takedown defense is 85. But you know, since he's getting better at his submission, he might go for that.
But you know what does that tell you? He wants to keep it standing.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't want to go to the ground at all.
But you know, you never know. It depends on what he's been working with. But it's still gonna be Minifield on me. And I think gonna take him on the first round.
I agree with you. I don't think like I said, I don't think Ed Herman's gonna withstand his power.
And so all right, so the next fight that we're gonna go to is gonna be Draco Rodriguez against Vince Morales. Rodriguez comes in at a minus 110. Morales comes in at a plus 140. Rodriguez striker, BJJ. Morales is striker. Rodriguez comes in at a 7-2 record. 2 by KOs, 4 by subs. Lost twice by KO. Morales comes in at 9-5. 5 wins by KO, 2 by subs. 1 win, 1 loss by KO, and 2 losses by KO. Draco's last fight was against Alman Sahibi. Lost that in the first round by KO. Before that, he was in the Contender Series. He fought Leomana Martinez, and he won that by triangle choke in the first round. Vince Morales comes in, and he fought Chris Gutierrez, and he lost that by leg kicks. And then before that, Benito Lopez lost that by decision. And then he fought Almani Zahibi and won that by decision. Pretty much for this fight, I'm gonna go. I'm torn between this fight pretty much, but I think I'm gonna take Draco Rodriguez on this one.
I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. I just, I mean, Draco, he's kind of a wild fighter. You know, this guy throws punches from, out of nowhere. You got to be, you got to be careful. I mean, he's a grappler, BJJ striker, I mean, he was looking pretty good in the Contender Series, but he's just a little bit too wild. And Vince Morales, he's been out for about a year. I mean, he tore his Achilles tendons. I mean, his Achilles, which that doesn't help. So, depending on I'm not sure what leg it was, but I'm pretty sure Draco's gonna find out really quick and try to explore that. But hopefully he's Vince is at 100%. But I'm definitely gonna, I agree with you. I'm gonna stick with Draco Rodriguez, and let's see if he can pull it off.
All right. The next one is gonna be Raphael Fazee versus Bobby Green. Raphael comes in at a minus 280. Bobby comes in at a plus 260. Both guys are strikers. Bobby Green got some grappling in his arsenal. Raphael is a 9-1, 6 KOs, 1 sub, lost 1 by KO. Green is 27-11, 8 wins by KO, 9 by subs, lost twice by KO and twice by sub. You have Raphael. Last fight was his Leonardo Marcano, won that first round by punches. Second, he fought Mark Desecki. He won that by decision. Alex White, he won that by decision. Bobby Green's last fight, and this was October 2020. He fought against Dago Moses, and he lost that by decision. Before that, Alan Patrick, Landa Banata. So he was Mr. 2020. He fought 1, 2, 3, 4 fights in 2020. He made a lot of money in that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know. I'm pretty torn about this one too, but I'm gonna go with Raphael on this one.
You know, I mean, I was thinking the same way, but I mean, I don't know. Green has had time to have a full camp under his belt. You know, last year was a crazy year with the pandemic, and you know, Green was, you know, he wasn't turning down any fights. He's, you know, like Kevin Holland wasn't turning down any fights. You know, they kept, you know, showing up. So, you know, Dana was just, all right, well, you know, sign you guys up and put you in. These were the only like two guys that were really fighting throughout the, you know, throughout the 2020. But I think Bobby's had a good time, you know, a good chance to get a full camp under his belt and be able to be you know, a lot sharper, a lot better. But Raphael, I mean, he's not an easy guy to, you know, he's definitely not an easy fight. You know, he's a good kickboxer. You know, he likes to keep the pressure on, keep moving forward. Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I'm gonna have to go with Raphael on this one.
All right, sounds good. Next fight is gonna be a good fight. Casey Kenny versus Yong Song. Kenny minus 117. Song is plus 110. Both guys are pretty much strikers. Kenny has some grappling in his arsenal. Kenny comes in at 16-3 record. Song comes in at 16-5 record. Kenny has 2 wins by KO, 5 by subs, and has only lost by decision. Song is 6 wins by KO, 3 by subs, and was KO'd once. We have Kenny's last fight was against Dominic Cruz, which he lost that by split decision. Dominic Cruz is not an easy person to fight. Very awkward. Before that, he won against Nathaniel Wood. Won that by decision. And his last 2 fights, last fight was by decision. Lewis Smoker, he beat him by triangle choke. Song's last fight was against Kyle Phillips. Isn't that your boy?
Yeah.
Isn't that your boy Kyle Phillips?
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah, he lost to Kyle Phillips by decision. Then he fought Marlon Vera, and he won that by decision. He saw Cody Stamen, and he got kneed in the head, and that was a draw supposedly. I don't know how he was kneed in the head, but for this fight, I'm gonna go with this is gonna be a very hard fight. I think I might go with Kenny on this one.
Oh, I agree. This has the potential being fight of the night with a couple, you know, with with Aldo and Pedro. That's going to be a really good fight too. But this fight right here has a potential. I mean, because Casey's coming off a loss, and Song is coming off a decision, and I mean, you know, this is definitely going to be a tough one. I'm sticking with Kenny on this one though. Definitely agree with you.
Good. So now our next fight is gonna be Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill. Tisha Torres is minus 135. Hill comes in with a plus 128. Both ladies are strikers. Tisha's got a little bit more well-rounded because she has some BJJ, karate, and taekwondo in her background. Torres is 12-5. 1 win by KO, 1 by sub, 10 by decision. She has never been KO'd or sub. Angela Hill, 13 wins, 5 by KO, a loss twice by sub, never KO'd. Tisha's last fight was against Sam Hughes. She won that by corner stoppage. Brianna Van Buren, she won that by decision. She lost to Marina Rodriguez by decision. She lost to Wiley Zhang, which is, former champion. Joanna Jacek, whatever, Jessica Andrade, Michelle Watterson, Juliana Lima. She has a whole, good people she has fought. Angela Hill, her last fight was Ashley Yoda, where she won that fight was decision. Fought Michelle Watterson, lost. Claudia Gadelha lost. Luma Beamy, she won that fight. Hannah Cipher, she won that fight. But this is gonna be pretty much straight decision. It's gonna go to decision. None of these girls got power to knock them each other out. They're just gonna throw jabs and stay in the outside. Hill has no ground game. Tisha gets her to the ground. It's over. It's over. But
It's a wrap.
yeah, but she
But
has.
don't forget too. This is the second time they fight. They fought back in 2015, and Anita Hill lost her in 2015. This we're talking about 6 years ago, but still, I just don't see the hunger in Anita anymore, man. She's just, but to me, like against Yoder, she did all right. She held her own. She went all the way down to the end. That fight, but it's been like decision after decision after decision. I mean, granted, I mean we're not looking at heavyweights here to be knocking anybody out, but still, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna go with Tisha Torres. To me, she's a better striker. She's got all these black belts on her. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Tisha Torres.
Yeah, if you see on the press conference, they had a little altercation, which Angela Hill and Tisha Torres. So Tisha Torres was saying that Angela Hill was talking a lot of crap before the fight even was signed. And now that the fight is signed, now she's quiet. She doesn't even say one word. So Tisha Torres is taking this fight a little bit personal because they were saying that Hill was coming out talking about that she was juicing and stuff like that, and that's why she's the way she is. But Tisha Torres saying, "Look, my body's great. I work hard, and people need to start being jealous of my physique." And Tisha Torres is ripped.
Yeah, she's definitely in good shape. She is in really good shape.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna take this a little bit more personal, and she might go out there. I don't see the KO, but she's gonna put it on her.
I would love to see at least a technical knockout.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna happen. Plus, Angela Hill's 36 years old already. Tisha's 31. She's still young. Look like Tisha's gonna she's for a who's who in her repertoires, but she might be moving forward and keep on fighting, and maybe this might be her prime right now.
Yeah,
she's good. She looks good, and she's gonna push through. Well, Tisha Torres is the pick.
That's the pick right there. That's definitely the pick. I agree with you, man. My money's on her.
So the next fight is gonna be interesting. So I don't know. This is already a disagreement. So you got Vicente Luque versus Mike Chiesa. Luque comes in at a -110. Chiesa comes in at a +102. Pretty much a pick 'em. Luque is a striker, BJJ grappler. Chiesa is a grappler. Luque comes in at 20-7 with 11 wins by KO, 7 by subs. Has never been KO'd, but has been subbed twice. We have Mike comes in at a 18-4 record, 11 hit. Mike has never KO'd nobody in all his pro fights. 0 KOs, 11 by subs. He's been KO'd once and subbed 3 times. So you got Luque. Vicente's last fight was against Tyrone Woodley, and he choked him out.
Yeah, Brandon but he got rocked. He got rocked in that fight. You didn't mention that.
Against Tyrone?
Yeah. So he definitely got rocked. Before he rocked Tyrone, he got rocked. Tyrone had him. He just couldn't do anything with it because he got rocked.
No. Like I said,
just go back and check that fight out.
Vicente, he takes a lot of blows. He stands there and bangs. But like I said, he had his fight before that. Randy Brown KO'd him. Nico Price KO'd him. Lost to Stephen Thompson. Before that, he beat Mike Perry, Derek Kratz, Brian Barberina, Jalen Turner. The who's who of the division. Like this guy has been up there. Mike has 4. His last fight was against Neil Magny. He beat him. Raphael Dos Anjos, he beat him. Diego Sanchez, which is, is Diego Sanchez, Carlos Conduct, and that was the 170 class. And then before that, it was, Anthony Pettis, Kevin Lee. That was at 155. But
Yeah.
I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go with Vicente. Vicente's going to knock him out. Well, I don't think he's going to knock him out.
I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I
He's
mean,
not going to knock him out.
but guess what? I agree with you, man. I agree with you on this fight. For the simple fact that I don't know. I was unsure, but when I went back and I saw that Tyrone fight, that's pretty much they put the icing on the cake for me. I just see, Vicente's got a big heart, man. He's he's just gonna come after Michael, and he's not, just same with Tyrone. He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait for his opportunity, come in, and just knock him out. I got a feeling there's gonna be a knockout in the second round. I got a feeling.
Yeah.
Knockout in the second round, but I'm sticking with. I agree with you, Vicente Luque.
And so he switched
Yes,
over.
sir. No disagreement on this one.
Switch over to my side. So I think there might be a disagreement in the next fight. I don't know. I got a feeling that you have somebody that I might have the other person. So let's see. So
let's see if we can get a slice of the pie, man. Come on.
Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munez. Jose Aldo at -110. Munez comes in at a +103. Jose Aldo well-rounded. Munez a striker and BJJ grappler. Both guys have a black belt in BJJ. Aldo's 29-7, 17 by KO, 1 by sub, has lost 4 by KO and 1 by sub. Munez comes in at a 19-5, 5 by KO, 8 by sub, has never been KO'd or subbed. Jose Aldo's last fight was with Marlon Vera, and he beat him by unanimous decision. Before that, he lost to Peter Yan. He lost to Marlon Moraes. He lost to Alexander Volkanovski. He went on a really bad loss rate there. So but you got Pedro Munez beat Jimmy Rivera last, and then he lost against Frankie Edgar, lost against Aljamain Sterling, your boy. And
hey, my boy, it's not my boy.
Cody Garbrandt he won against, and he beat Misha Torres. I mean, not Misha Tate's ex-man Brian Caraway. But for this one, I don't know where you're gonna lean, but I'm leaning Pedro.
We agree.
Oh shit!
We totally agree. Hey, those calf kicks against Jimmy Rivera, man, he was like Jimmy was stung. He could barely stand up. I mean, throughout the whole fight was a big problem for Jimmy. Those low calf kicks was killing him, and Pedro just stayed on him. Boom, like just throwing those kicks every 2 seconds, man. He looked phenomenal. He was great. And Aldo against Vera. I mean, I didn't see Vera trying to get his rhythm going or anything like that. But to me, he's done. I mean, Jan proved that he's done. He's finished. So, he got lucky with Chito Vera. He got lucky. But with this fight, Pedro's got this fight all the way.
Yeah, Pedro's the kind of fighter that he doesn't give up. Like he has no KOs. He hasn't lost by KO or subs. He has a cast iron chin. You can hit that guy with anything you can. That guy's not going down. He's just gonna keep on coming at you and trying to take you out. He's gonna wear you down. And I don't think Aldo has a cardio anymore. I think Aldo is done. He might get a couple of good shots in the first round, but after that, he's pretty much done. It's over.
You see the way he just curled up against Jan when Jan was fighting, but that's Jan. But he's done to me. He's done. That's it.
Yep. So yeah. So all right. So we agree on this one. So the main event coming up is Derek the Black Beast Lewis versus Cyril Gane. Lewis comes in at a +305, and Gane comes in at a -270. Lewis comes as a striker. Gane comes as a striker. Lewis 25-7, 20 by KO, 1 by sub. Has lost 4 by KO and 1 by sub. Gane has not lost yet. 3 wins by KO, 3 by subs, 3 by decision. So Lewis for the who's of the division. Curtis Blades, Orelenko, Latifi. He fought everybody: the Santos, Cormier, Volkov, Francis Ngannou, which is the worst fight ever. Marcin Tybura, Mark Hunt. He's fought the who's who in the whole division. Saragon, he has fought some good guys. I like
Some.
Alexander Volkov, Rosenstrike, the Santos, Tana Boza. You know, he's fought pretty good thing. His game's pretty much staying outside. He has a good jab, pick him apart and stuff like that. I don't know if ground game, I don't see it is there. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go with Gane on this one. Right? Yep, I'm gonna go on Gane on this one. I think Gane is gonna be the more technical one, you know, but Lewis always has that what if power. So Lewis could knock this guy out with one shot. You know, Lewis got that that power that comes out of anywhere, the uppercuts. But I think Gane is the more technical, more he has more strategy when he fights, and I think he's gonna stay in the outside. But like I said, this is a fight that I'm gonna go Gane to win, but I'm gonna have Lewis in my back pocket because I'm gonna throw a bet on Lewis no matter what. You know, and maybe put a bet on each round on Lewis because each round he's dangerous. But
Listen,
I'm gonna go with Gane on this.
Let me tell you, Lewis is dangerous at any given moment. I mean, look at that short right hand that he threw against Blaze. Knocked him out with a short right hand. That was it. A short right uppercut, pretty much. Just put lights out. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Gane is more technical. He's gonna be, you know, I'm telling you, man. Oh man, I can see it now already, bro. Lewis is gonna come after him, but he's gonna be smart about it. He's gonna be smart about it. He's gonna come after him. He's gonna put pressure on him. You're gonna see Gane's gonna get his first loss of his career. That's gonna be against Lewis, because Lewis ain't stopping. This is just a little pit stop on his way to Ngannou 2. You wait and see. There's no way possible that he's gonna lose this fight. There's no way.
So fans, you hear that? He said there's no way possible he's gonna lose this fight.
No way possible, dude.
If you see the last fight against Curtis Blades, he was losing that fight. He lost the first round, and then the second round he got that lucky uppercut and knocked him out.
That's why he's dangerous at any given time. He's dangerous.
But if he would never got that uppercut, he would have lost against Blades. I think he would have lost against Blades. Blades, I don't know what the hell Blades was thinking about coming in so close, but Blades had him in the first round. Completely dominated him in the first round.
Listen, we're gonna disagree on this one. My money's on Lewis. When I go cash my ticket in, I'm gonna let you know.
All right.
I'm gonna let you know. He's at plus 290 right now in DraftKings. My money's on Lewis. I'm cashing in and I'm eating the pie.
All right. So now, you know, I don't know. He's going for Lewis. I'm going for Gane. It's gonna be interesting. He's 100% certain that Lewis is gonna win. You know, that I told you so might be in the process. You know, I'm gonna get a little banner that says "I told you so" and put it on the show.
It's not gonna be like a zero Gane and
no, definitely not.
And was it Rosenstruck fight? That was one of the most boring fights of 2020 you could ever imagine.
Yeah, but you got to realize that fight was boring, number two, but also Lewis and Francis was boring.
Well, because you got two killers. You got two killers with one blow is done. That's why you got, you know, this is gonna be a little bit. I mean, I don't see it finishing in the first round. I definitely don't see it, but I definitely see it in the second round. I could see this in the second round being done, Lewis.
All right. So, guys, you heard it here.
That's Lewis. My prediction. My cash is all on Lewis.
Lou is going for Lewis, and he says it's going to be money in the bank that he's going to win.
Money in the bank. You put it on there.
All right. So,
Few
So,
dollars. Don't get crazy. Just few few dollars.
hey, if there's money in the bank, you can put a G on that one.
Woo!
Make that money back quick.
We got to stack it up, man. Stack it up. We're here to make money. We're not here to play games.
Yeah, but you're 100% certain. But all right, like I say,
I'm
we're gonna
100%
see.
certain that Lewis has this.
All right, so we're gonna see tomorrow night.
Dangerous at any given time. Remember that.
Tomorrow's night is gonna be a good card. You guys don't miss it. Enjoy all the fights. Be safe out there. This is thank you for listening.
Oh, wait a minute. Throw us a little.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot the 4-pick parlay that Lou throws out pretty much, and I'll give mine first, and then I'll let Lou gives his little underdog parlay over there. But I'm gonna go Pedro Munoz. I'm gonna go Vicente Luque. I'm gonna go Tisha Torres, and let's see who else. Somebody definite. I think he's gonna. I'm gonna go with Draco Rodriguez.
Good. That's good. I like that. But listen, at any given card, I always throw a little 4-pick parlay together, a couple of dollars just in case, because you never know. The fight game is very tough. But hey, Bobby Green, like I said, he's had a chance to have a good camp. Boom, that's one. That's an underdog right there. I grab him. Definitely going with Bobby Green. Another one. If Anita Hill finally gets herself together, I'm sorry, Angela Hill. Jeez, I'm thinking about politics here, right? Angela Hill, if she gets herself together, man, she definitely has cardio. She's, this fight is going a distance, so it's going to be decision. I'm definitely got her in my back pocket on this. And also, we had a disagreement about Vicente Luque. I always think he has a little bit tough time with a little bit taller fighter, longer reach, but it turns out they got the same reach. But I'm gonna definitely put Michael on this. Definitely gonna put him on there just in case, because I don't feel that there's, I don't know. There's a little bit of a disagreement between me and G over here. So I'm putting him on there, and also Derek Lewis. Of course, come on. Are you kidding me? Wow, man. That's my 4-pick parlay. Throw a couple of dollars on there. Hopefully you make some money. Hit me up on Twitter. If you make some money, let me know if I'm on point or not. Let's give it a shot.
All right. So thank you for listening. Please hit the like button and comment below. Please check out FSI_DFS on Twitter. We provide DFS content for all sports. Let's enjoy the fights and win some money.